What's going on, family? It's your big homie TC Caldwell, BKA Stormy Weathers, the Beast in the East, right here, my satellite location, but I'm always on Hip Hop Boulevard. And you are here at Inside the Music, the truth behind the truth. And on the West, the best two kings from the Las Vegas Strip, my brothers, King DC Don DaCosta and King KC Cousins. And this week, our guest is the beautiful, and talented songstress, Ms. EYEZ. So you make sure you stay tuned right here.
Miss EYEZ, how are you today?
Doing great.
It's so nice to have you on the show. I've been checking you out online. You seem to be very, very social media savvy.
You think so? I'm glad you think so.
I mean, it appears that way. So you're from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Now, what do we call the Bay Area? Some people call the Bay Area San Francisco. Other people call it Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland. Yeah.
What?
I mean, really, all these other places they claim they're the Bay Area, but nobody knows who they are. So, but Bay Area. I mean, I would say the East Bay. So like the East Bay area, most people consider the East Bay the Bay Area, but the Bay Area is much larger than that. But I think when people talk about the Bay Area, they're referring to the East Bay.
So how long have you been entertaining now?
Man, since I was a toddler. Like I started performing, singing, playing piano, acting, and dancing. So yeah, I've been doing it my whole life, and I'm just happy, every day I can sing or play the piano.
So now, if I'm not mistaken, you had some formal training in piano?
Yes.
Come on, tell me about it. Talk to me.
Oh, well, so being that I was so young, I did not know that my aunt was my first piano teacher, but she was. I mostly remember a piano teacher I used to go to in San Francisco, Pamela Kamatani, who I'm still in contact with today. And she was one of my my favorite teachers. Actually, she wasn't my first teacher. I had one who was a jazz musician in Oakland. He was so cool. I really liked him because he used to smell good, and I thought he was cute. I was little, Huh?
I said you flirt.
Yeah, I mean, I was only like 5, but I thought he was cool. He used to play the trumpet and all these other instruments, And it's a karate studio now. But yeah, Pamela Kamatani, my mom, she taught me some songs. She always tutored me and coached me from time to time because my mom is a piano teacher as well. So a lot of people in my family are music teachers or musicians. So I had a lot of help from my family.
So how long you been knowing Don DaCosta?
Has it been a year? Yeah, about a year. Nice meeting him. He's kind of cool.
Well, tell him basically how we got involved with each other. It came through my buddy, your friend, Jimmy Merchant from the Teenagers.
Oh.
Yes, yes. He said call. He kept saying call my promoter. That's my promoter. I'm like, okay. And then, we start talking and we talk for a long time. So he's really cool. And he has friends and family out here in the Bay Area.
Okay, so
I got them all over.
Yes, I believe you. I believe you.
so are you doing are you in the studio now? Are you doing more live performance? What's happening?
I just as in moments ago, I was on Sessions Live doing a live stream. Because I'm new to the site, I'm not doing really formal live shows. Just sitting where I am now, singing either a cappella or with my phone. I never do that. But I'm only doing it because I'm trying to learn the website. And quite a few people came in to show support. And I also have I do have a single out that I'm promoting, doing podcasts, such as this one. Huh?
Going to play that later.
Okay. Well, I won't get into that.
Pull it out of the vault.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find it. We're gonna find it and play it.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
tell him about the award shows that you just got doing, and all.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you want to know something, you are the first young artist that we've had.
Yes.
Really? Well, first of all, I'm honored. So thank you for allowing me to be the first young artist on your show. So yeah, I won best social media profile, which is, basically my Instagram page. And a couple months later, I received a plaque for my Spotify stream. So it was just to signify me getting 5,000 streams of my latest single. And it was really fun. We had a luncheon with Arthur J., a gospel singer who's totally awesome. And it was really awesome. I want to keep winning.
Okay, well, since you started your winning ways, what are some of the people? Who were some of the people that pushed you to get into music? See, I'm gonna say one, you definitely have a leg up on me because I started learning piano when I was young, but my energy just would not let me sit there patiently enough to learn the piano because I wanted to play drums and trumpet and trombone and stuff like that. I just had to do too much. Now, of course, I wish I played the doggone piano because then I could sing all the Brian McKnight and Stevie Wonder songs while playing the piano. And I'm like, damn. But what was it and who was it that that inspired you, that drove you, that motivated you to keep pushing like you are?
I think being that my piano was always in use, and when it wasn't in use, I probably just walked over there and continued more because my mom is a music teacher, piano teacher, and so is my aunt. So if I'm not at her house, I'm at my aunt's house and there's a piano, So music is important to our family, and it's hard to just sing a song or, sometimes you want a little bit more than just humming the song, The piano is right there. I mean, I understand the internet taste and all that, but it's like, wait a minute, let me, so sometimes if something gets stuck in your head, you just gotta at least just get it out, And I think it's that, but also, by my mom being a teacher and being patient, because, you can't be rude while she's giving a piano lesson. You gotta stay in your room and just listen, even if you're not trying to,
It's different when your mother's a teacher. I learned that from my father teaching me trumpet and teaching other people, and it's amazing because he has so many other instruments. And it's funny now as an adult, I would say, man, I really wish I learned how to play the bass, or man, I really wish. He said, well, it was always in the house with you. I was like, Pop, I'm not the kind of dude that I could just go grab your bass and just start strumming along, man, with my fingers and playing a song with me. He thinks he was in his age, he's been more accepting of my telling him how things look through my little 7, 8, 9-year-old eyes at that time. But what artists out there are folks that is somebody that if you say, hey, I'm going to write or work with them, who's the top 2 or 3 people that you would be interested in working with in the business right now?
Besides Jimmy Merchant. Well, Jimmy Merchant is one, and we did discuss working together, but somebody who's out right now, it's hard to say because okay, there's one artist that I want to work with strictly because of his music. And I do not want to say his name because he's hot. He's hot right now. He is hot because you asked for a hot artist, but I don't want to say his name because sometimes his songs are a little provocative, but he's just so talented. He plays instruments too, and he's so talented. I'm a little late getting on his stuff, but him. So I'm not the nameless musician.
All right, well, give me one that you can name then, because you're gonna have me out here like give me initials, give me.
Well, also I can't pronounce his name either, so it starts with an M. I can't pronounce his name.
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
Nah, it's not them. It's not them.
Mtume?
Huh?
Mtume?
No, hell no.
No.
Nah. But as far as another artist, I would this is kind of like, I can't say exactly, but maybe the surfaces. I think that I would like to like maybe open for them or something like that and get to know them as well, because they've done a lot of songs. They I think Elton John was on their album as well. It's like, whoa. And their style of playing on the piano is a little different from mine. And that's admirable. The thing is, when it comes to musicians like that, it's like, should I play the piano or should I just let them go? Because it's like they already play and they got their style. Their style ain't nothing wrong with their style. And if I play my style, then I might be like, oof, we're not doing that today, So I like the way he plays keys. So if I'm gonna work with them like that, I would just prefer him to tell me what he wants me to do. If it were vice versa, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm making myself seem more difficult than I am, but I'm just saying I wouldn't know how it would happen. But I know if he asked me or they asked me to be on a song with them, I would say, yeah. I just want to know how they wanted to go about it,
Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this from personal experience and from the gentlemen that you have on this panel. Never, ever, ever not see yourself where you want to be. And I'm gonna tell you, in my wildest imagination, I never thought that I would be sharing a stage of any kind with folks that I don't like to use the word idolize, but when I say people that, because I idolize my father. My father's a musician and a talented gentleman. So if I have to go there, he's the only person. But as far as artists that growing up or in my years that really meant something to me, Tony Terry, knowing his background gospel wise and bass, and knowing that some of his biggest songs were some songs he really was hesitant to record, but he was able to make it his own. And the success that we got from Tony Terry, as well as Kango Kid. And I want to, at this time, I want to take the time to send a speedy recovery and love to Kango Kid. Right now, he's in the hospital, hospitalized, dealing with some medical issues and dealing with surgeries, and he's on the mend, but he's doing much better. I shared a stage with Kango Kid, who during his career started off as a dancer, then became a rapper and singer, and became a worldwide star from being a background dancer. And here I am sharing the stage and shaking hands, and his daughter calls me Uncle Storm. And it's like, yo, that's crazy. So I could just tell the way that you just tried to pick and say who you want, that's your creativity talking. And that's you finding your niche of when I do this, I want people to remember Ms. Eyes. I don't want to sound like this person. I don't want to be like this person. I want people to recognize and remember Ms. Eyes. And guess what? As long as you stay diligent with yourself, that's exactly what's going to happen. But just never sell yourself short on where you might find yourself, because who knows, from this interview or your awards, and congratulations on your awards, or whatever you might be doing, somebody might say, you know what? Dad, she got the sound that we looking for. Let's try to put something together. Can y'all get in contact with her? Who's her people? Have her people get with us so we can make something happen. So please just keep pushing and keep striving, because I definitely think you're gonna find your niche, and when you get there, it's not much they're gonna be able to do with you.
Oh, thank you.
So Miss Eyes, I was listening to your stuff. What genre of music would you feel you're going towards, or that you're categorized? Would you be most comfortable?
Pop.
Yes. Okay. You said that without any hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I mean, I know we've been bringing up Jimmy so casually, but like that's so awesome that like I get to talk to him. Like he started this whole what pop is today, and it hasn't slowed down either. It's like like everybody's copying off the blueprint. You know what I mean? Like he's like the blueprint of like, I mean, that Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers was the blueprint for everything else to come. And like it hasn't stopped. It is very rare that nobody is borrowing, that nobody is overly inspired by, nobody's stealing. And you know, although some of it, like he was just a kid, like, and a lot of it had to do with his manager, his record label, but still him. He still did it. And I'm so happy that I get to know the person who started it all. Like, that's awesome. Like, and we have conversations about pop music, and that's something else that's awesome too.
So, what female artist out there inspires you?
Judy Garland.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I was just thinking, because in this field, sometimes our answers have to be more cookie cutter. And I noticed that in the past years, I've veered away from my truer influences. Judy Garland was one of my first influences. I've had, not just her, but for most children, we grew up watching The Wizard of Oz and was inspired in some way. But because she was so influential, we left her over the rainbow. Right. A lot of people are influenced by her and don't even realize it. I had to notice that one day too, because one of my fans was looking at a video I did, and he was talking about, you have range. Of course, he was trying to talk like a musician, and it's like, that was the wrong word to use. But I'm trying to listen to what he's talking about. I'm like, oh, I know what he's trying to say. And I was like, that's Judy Garland, because I know I'm influenced by her, and that's kind of where I was going. But there are so many singers out there that are, you can hear it, but people forget to say her name, you know, and I just have to remember to say her name. You know, Judy Garland is one of my biggest influences.
Yeah, that was unexpected. I would have unexpected.
I'm gonna do this because normally I wouldn't. I'm sorry, King Don. You actually said somebody that was older than King Don that was as an influence, and that's rare that we get somebody to go back that far. It usually stops at his age group. So the fact that you know, and again, I don't mean to say it that way, but I do mean it, because I was just saying when you said it, I was like, wow. I said she picked someone that was a star as a child, but even as an adult, we didn't get the full version and the full everything that we could get because of how her childhood was railroaded.
Yeah,
and what she was driven to.
But the aspect of Judy Garland as a vocal is a whole nother. It's a whole nother aspect because of the quality of her voice in the type of voice, and that's what I got from it when she said, because as a singer, you know, as an artist, you know, when a person says who gave you that influence to know that whole Judy Garland thing is standing on top of a mountain singing out. That's sing out. You know, it's sing big, you know, sing to be heard, you know. And now that you say that, I recognize that in your style. You are very pop. You are very pop.
Thank you. And yeah, she had such a beautiful voice.
Yeah, she had a lot of quality to her voice. She was a hell of a singer. So, Miss EYEZ, what I was getting ready to get to earlier. We got a song on the internet that's you're trying to make some noise with it. What's the name of it?
Go for it.
Go for it. I was getting ready to say I got it, I wanted it, I knew it. Yo, TC, man, can you go in the vault and find Miss EYEZ, Go For It?
That request is actually that's an incorrect request because I already got it right here. So ladies and gentlemen, right here on Inside the Music, the truth behind the truth, please sit back and listen and watch this beautiful single right here by our girls, Miss EYEZ. Go for it.
If you like what you see, then why do so many people hold back what they're feeling? Don't look away, just see me through. Just live within the moment that you're feeling. So if you like it, then baby, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. So if you like it, then baby, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. If you love it and you live it, every moment filled with passion and consistency. You put in effort in every detail. Precious, your triumph day is coming the moment that you finish. So if you like it, then baby, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. So if you like it, then baby, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Crying, crying on my knees.
Okay, now, Miss Eyes, who wrote this?
I wrote it, produced it, composed, you know.
What was your underlying current of thought that created this song?
You know, I kind of, it was the go, like that part of the song. You know, I knew I had to write a new song because I had a gig and I didn't want to go up there singing the same old song. So I decided to write a new one and it just came out. But the chords, like if you listen to the chords by themselves, the song sounds like it would be a little bit more depressing than that. So I was actually surprised at how poppier it sounds, you know. But it was the go that I heard. And so, you know, but I think the message is just to go for it. You know, we put in so much effort into things. And when the opportunity comes, you know, jump on it. You know, sometimes that's what you need is to just jump on the opportunity, just accept it, say yes, or go for it, you know?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it when I listened to it, you know. And now that you say Judy's your girl, you know, I hear it, I can hear it differently now. You know, I hear it differently now, you know. So have you done any musicals?
Yes, actually I have. I haven't in a while. The last musical I did was the Barbary Coast Review, and they were actually going to revamp it right before the shutdown. So that was the last musical I did, the Barbary Coast Review. I got to be Madame Montoy, a legend in the San Francisco Bay Area, a wealthy madam. So yeah, it was fun. It was awesome.
You know, not too long back, I got a chance to do my first and only musical. I did a three-penny opera, and I got a chance to play the part of Mac the Knife. I never realized the pressure that is on a person that's doing a musical. You have to be standing in the right place. You have to know your lines. You have to sing. You have to get rid of your personal idioms like, you know, like, you know what I mean? Oh, it was like, I came out of it with such a respect. A friend of mine called me a thespian. I'm like, nah, I'm a guy who did a musical.
A musical. Yeah.
Yeah, I have so much respect for the learning of the script. You got to know the line in front of you, the line behind you. You got to know what the other guy is saying. You know. So when are you getting back on the stage?
You said when am I what on the stage?
When are you going back on the stage?
You know, that just really depends on the situation. Like when opportunities happen, you know, with the lot. Well, you're in Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
So things are a little different there. Out here, we're still like an emergency level. Like it's not as bad as it once was, but we're still on lockdown. So I mean, it's just a little bit more lax.
Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't want to wear a mask out there. Y'all like, we don't need no mask.
No, we wear masks. Some people are sick of wearing masks, but I just, you know, I try to stay safe. So I feel like safety first. I still do gigs here and there, but my safety is really important to me right now, and I don't, you know, just want to protect myself. But if a small opportunity comes up or an outdoor opportunity with you know, less than 10 people, I would be more than happy to do it, you know.
Another thing that you, because you're so internet savvy, you were talking about doing a live jam session or live recording today?
Yes. Yeah, I did. So Sessions Live. I'm still new to the website. And it is my third live stream. The first live stream I did it like just to test it out, and I told them, I tried to tell the owners of the site, I don't want anybody to see it. It's just me practicing, and I have a feeling everybody on the website saw it. So I did another one a few minutes after. I was like, okay, that's enough for now. And then, so while I was waiting, I decided to do a couple more, and more people joined, and I told everyone, thank you so much. I didn't think anybody would watch me just, last time I was singing with my piano, but this time I was playing with my cell phone. I wasn't expecting anybody to come in. So I put my cell phone on, and all of a sudden I look up, 5 people in here, like, oh, hi everybody. So yeah, I'm on Sessions Live. You can look for me. I think it's sessionslive.com/eyes. If it's not, then I'm sure you could search me on the website. But yeah.
And that's EYEZ.
Yeah, so when you search for me, you spell my name EYE''Z, but sometimes on websites they don't allow the apostrophe.
Right.
So, and then a lot of people like to take my name. It's a cool name. I can see why they want it.
What about the MZ, Ms?
Oh, Miss, that's because EYEZ was taken on Instagram. So, I had to put Miss EYEZ. So, but my link tree is Miss EYEZ as well. So linktree.com/Miss EYEZ. There's a link to my Instagram, my YouTube, my Facebook. Maybe not my Facebook, but some of my other sites. Spotify, my name's spelled correctly.
Okay. So man, so because of the COVID, you're not really doing any gigs right now, huh?
I'm seeing how it goes. I was just invited to one. I don't have a problem doing it. I just sometimes the way you feel kind of trumps everything else. So if my anxiety is gonna be real, because a lot of people act like there's no deadly virus going around, like, oh hi, give me a kiss. I'm like, no, get away from me, get away. Like 6 feet apart. It depends. So I have a couple of gigs booked. That's outside of who I normally work with. So if I'm working with somebody, they know I prefer like a warehouse type of setting, lots of space. And that's another thing. A lot of people, I have done shows and people canceled because they were scared. And I'm talking about a couple months ago. And it's like, you didn't even ask what the venue was like, because everybody knows, like who knows me knows that I'm not gonna book nothing in a tight cafe, like where everybody got squeezed in. Like I wouldn't do that to you or my fans or anyone like that. It's in a big warehouse, so like you're just being a jerk, So so some people out here, they're very scared, But the shows that I put on or that I'm affiliated with, like it's usually in a big setting, even if it's 20-something people. I'd rather 20-something people in a venue that holds 100 or 300 than turning people away in an area where everybody's coughing and touching each other. So.
Yeah, that COVID's changed quite a bit, But yeah, because I was wondering if you had some place where you were going to be. I wanted you to let us know so we could let the audience know. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I forgot. Christmas is coming up. Once you get a certain age, you be rolling with Santa Claus 24/7. All through the summertime, so you forget about Christmas sometimes. But Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to Christmas.
So anything in particular that you want to find under the tree? Or the tree itself?
Boyfriend? No, I'm just
Because wait a minute. Oh, you young, wait a minute. You got an age bracket you cut off at?
Yes.
Okay, where
Sorry.
you off at?
Probably like 32.
Okay, so all y'all under 32 that's watching the show, you got to qualify.
Yeah.
Go find Miss Eyes online. We get her a Christmas gift up under the tree.
Yes.
Whatever information you guys have, send it to Uncle KC.
Oh yeah.
He will interview you. Make sure you have photos. Make sure you have your bank records and statements available. You don't want no scrubs.
No scrubs.
Okay, he goes right to that song, no scrubs. So telling you right now, have all your information lined up. This is who you want to talk to.
Get you some Christmas gifts up under the tree.
There you go. You better have a present to be able to spring on her. So make sure you send that information, Uncle KC.
Yeah, we're gonna get Miss Eyes what she wants.
Yes, well, I appreciate it. Thank you for the beautiful gift. Yeah. Thanks.
So, Miss Eyes, before we get out of here, what you want to tell us about? Anything else? I mean, like childhood prodigy. Been on the stage since you were what? 4, 3, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Singer, songwriter, pianist, actress. Very photogenic.
Oh, thank you.
Looking for a Christmas gift under 32 years of age.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like my latest single is Go For It. You can stream it on Spotify, Deezer, but you can also purchase it off of Amazon.com. Like I definitely always prefer I understand streaming and all, but you can purchase a lot of my songs that are unreleased on Bandcamp. So that's eyes.bandcamp.com, EYEZ.bandcamp.com. You can buy like a lot of my unreleased material and stuff that I don't usually perform, as well as Go For It. You can stream it and you can download it there, and you can download it in a lossless file. So you can download it in WAV, FLAC, MP3, 3200 kbps. You know, it has the highest quality that you want on there, and exclusive pictures are coming on my Bandcamp site as well.
I told you she was internet savvy.
No, I'm not. It seems like it. It's you know what? I probably don't think like that because there's so many people doing way more that have way more success than I do. So maybe that's why I don't see it as that. Wow, I don't know if that was a positive note though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you did what we like to see. We like to have opportunities for other artists to hear the different things that are going on, especially in the advent of technology. King KC seems to be amazed at what you're doing on the internet, but I'm in the boat where you are. It's second nature, because this is the nature of the business. It's the beast, and the fact that you're maximizing your exposure is part of that. And this is it. And it's always funny because as an artist that came after the oldies and after the old school, but before this new wave of hip hop and music, I was in the technology game, but it was like, wow, we didn't have Napster was different than what we had for Spotify. So had we had Spotify and things like that at that time, like no telling, because as an independent artist, which I'm assuming that you are as well, you know, having control of your own destiny was paramount. And I was doing it in a genre of business where that was almost, you know, wasn't heard of. You were a rapper, you needed everybody else to make you successful. Well, I was one of the guys that learned about the business before the show. So when it came time for the show, if the business wasn't right, I was a guy like, nah, that's not working for me. So I'm cool. And they're like, oh, well, you're not going to make it without. Well, the money in the bank says otherwise, because I'm able to perform and keep 90% of my money versus generating 100% of the money and seeing less than 1% of it. So my shows kept us paid. We sold our music independently and had our own barcodes, and we went consignment with the radio stores and the record stores you know, like they do down south and out west. It just seemed like the Northeast corridor just had such a hard time maximizing off of that. But that's something that the rest of the country had locked in. And so the fact that you maximize your exposure, that's actually kind of goes with one of my questions of advice for new artists now. What would you advise new artists? And you kind of just went right there with getting your technology footprint, you know, getting your fingerprints on the technology so that you can, you get your exposure.
Yeah, it's like this. If you're gonna do it, and on the technical part, do it correctly. And I gotta be honest with you. Nah. I'm all right. I'll tell you because it gets on people's nerves when I don't say it. It's better to have your own website and post what you want than to just depend on social media, because social media is a game and it's fun. I like getting followers. I like talking to my fans directly, but it makes you lazy and it makes you ignorant. It makes you put real life on hold because it's fun and it's addictive because it's a different type of fame.
Mhm.
I've never been into that, like having other people own my stuff. Like, cause at the end of the day, any video platform, that's their platform. That's not your platform. So if they want to take your stuff down, they don't have to really have a reason to do it. I don't care if you broke a rule or not. It's their website. And if they don't want you on it, they can do that. So, but if you are going to do it correctly. And if someone gives you advice, accept their advice. Like I worked with some people before, and it was hard to take their advice because first of all, I didn't understand what they meant, but I just said, okay, well, I'm trying. And then when I saw the results was people responding to my actual artistry. I'm like, really? A picture of me saying the exact same thing I say every day resonated with you? Like, but sometimes, like, if you hire someone for that, or I mean, even if they're not like a higher end person, just listen to what they have to say. You know, I don't like to do malicious things like post videos of people experiencing misfortunes or exploitive stuff. I'm not saying I'm not a human being. You know, sometimes we record things for our protection. But you know,
Wealth isn't.
yeah. I prefer to just stick to my own music. I don't post strippers, alcohol. You know, I post what I'm doing, and I want my fans to appreciate that about me. So
We appreciate it, and that's something that, again, here at Inside the Music, truth behind the truth. That's what we like to hear. We like to hear the stories beyond the, oh, everything was wonderful and everything was honky dory, and I put my stuff here on social media, because again, that's this generation. And as you see, either with some of the more experienced artists, the more seasoned artists, they're turning to social media and the digital platform to prolong their careers with the hits that they've made, which may have been 30, 40, 50 years ago, but with the re-release and the new audience, especially with the, you know, sometimes it's because of the crossover of hip hop and the infusion of hip hop, or the use by hip hop that introduces us to some of the older music. And technology is a part of the business, and you're absolutely right. Ownership is key. Ownership is key. So a lot of folks believe they can do it by themselves. You really can't, because if you don't have the technical acumen, you better find somebody that does. If you don't have the experience, that's okay. Find somebody that got some. Let them get in on the ground floor with you and feel like that they're building with you, so that some people might be, oh, I want to get paid. I want to get paid. Well, you know, in order to get paid, you kind of invest first. So this is your investment. And if you invest and you build and get your LLCs, get your licensing, get your company built, and then you build from there. And you give, when you pass out ownership, it's like a fish. What we tell you, you give a person a fish, they eat a meal, but you teach somebody to fish, they can feed themselves forever. So that's really what you did with that synopsis and with that information that you gave. And that's what we try to give here, is to give people both sides of this music industry that we're a part of. Yes, there is success, but it doesn't come without a sacrifice. It doesn't come without an experience. It doesn't come without some downs as well as some ups, because we love to hear the success stories, but not everybody is willing to tell their trials of how they became successful, or what made them successful, or the pay back off that principle of their investment into themselves. Because in order to be successful, you got to be willing to be alone in your own space, by yourself, secluded, hungry, sleepy, tired, and then happy at the same time. Because the outcome of all those things is your success of what you poured into yourself. And I just think, right now, for just what you spoke, and anybody watching will see and understand that you definitely have your head in the right place for this game, and you were taught well, you were raised well. As you said, you were raised into this through your mother, and then the discipline that you've shown to be what you are, and to say, oh, I have plenty of unreleased music that you can listen to. I'm like, man, that sounds familiar. She's on the ball over here. So, again, it's definitely a breath of fresh air, because you are not as seasoned or as experienced as some of our artists, although you've been on the stage since a child. I know that feeling, being on the stage myself since I was a child, with the acting and then the singing and then rapping, and now and getting back to it at a regular basis. Even this show, even inside the music, this is something that was really unexpected, but because of how things get lined up in our universe and in our energy and our kismet, I have two brothers 2,500 miles, 3,000 miles away from it. That's like, yo, we're gonna do this and we're gonna bring this to it. So that's one thing is about this business is here for so many people, but what are you going to do to make yourself stand out? And I definitely want to applaud you for making yourself stand out with what you've been doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and before we get out of here, Miss EYEZ, go for it. Spotify, iTunes, Venmo, da 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 da.
Yep, all of them. Dadas. Yep, all of them.
All of them. So you guys go out there, give it a listen. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed you coming on. You're so vibrant, like TC and Dawn said. You're the first young person that we've had on the show. You really brought a different vibe to the show. Your whole take on the internet. YouTube biting you. Oh, that's good information. Good information. So I'm gonna toss the ball before we get up. Dawn, you got anything you gotta say before we get out of here?
Absolutely.
Yo, TC.
First and foremost, I want to thank you for coming on the program. You have been
Thank you for having me.
a welcome addition to having, being that you're the first young person we have. It was absolutely amazing. And I want to wish you a happy, healthy, and well-received holiday. I'd like to thank Brother TC, Brother Casey. This is us for this year. And you are our final episode. And I'd like to thank my brothers for the time we've spent doing this. And I look forward to what's to come next year. More guests, more things to talk about. And I want to thank our audience for tuning in and making this something that not only they've enjoyed, but we've enjoyed doing.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
And by the way,
And in closing,
thank
we always got, hold on, K9 saying something back there?
we'd like to thank K9 for his production and what he's added to our program. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And in closing, for our final show of 2021, dang, just imagine that. We saying 2021. 2021, 30, 40 years ago, meant that we would have flying cars in some people's mind. Means that we would be living on the moon in some people's mind. But to actually be here in 2021, we're still very, very, very much gravity bound to the earth. Our cars still run on rubber tires, and everything isn't floating except our imaginations and our opportunities. So from everyone here at Inside the Music, the truth behind the truth, we would just like to wish each and every one of our listeners, our watchers, our supporters, a very, very, very happy holiday. We know that this can be a difficult time. So please know and understand that mental wellness is real. So if you know that there's someone that doesn't have a family, doesn't have someone to spend time with, please reach out and check on those folks. Make sure that you reach out and check on those folks. We have beautiful people like Miss EYEZ out here who are doing wonderful things in the world with her music, with her heart, with her spirit. And there's more than just one Miss EYEZ out here. So from the Bay Area to the East Coast, we wish you all a very, very happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, however you celebrate it, and a prosperous and wonderful new year. And always remember, from here, Inside the Music, the truth about the truth. I am your host, TC Caldwell, BKA Stormy Weathers, your big homie, the beast on the East, riding down Hip Hop Boulevard with my two kings on the Las Vegas Strip, the best in the West, DC, Don DeCosta, and Casey Cousin. And always remember to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And always holler at your big homie because he always around. Y'all be good.
Happy birthday, man. Oh, and as the big player in red on the holiday always hollered out the window, ho, ho, ho.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let the song be like. Y'all do it, baby. Let's go. 2022. See you on the other side.
Hey, wait a minute. You know, in this day and age, you got to say, I don't own the rights to this song before you do that.
No, I'm going to sing that song, Jack. They're going to have to do what they got to do, baby. It wasn't no music playing. I sang that. Yeah, that wasn't no voiceover.